Now, Darren, when have journalists traditionally ever had to agree with every proposition put forward by a candidate to give him a platform? As matter is, we're in unprecedented times.
Yeah, it's extraordinary. I mean, that piece there that you ran from MSNBC, I mean, first of all, it struck me as just so self-important. And this is from a network that I think that they are the poorest rating of the cable television news networks, and it's kind of that kind of editorialising that's put them in such a poor position with viewers. I mean, Trump in the last presidential election got more votes, other than Biden, the victor, than anyone's ever attracted in any presidential election. So there's an enormous amount of Americans that supported him back then, and obviously, as we're seeing from Iowa, continue to support him. And the actual victory speech by Trump that they didn't run was actually quite noteworthy because it was quite restrained, measured, gracious. It was complimentary of his opponents, which is a marked departure from the way that he's been conducting himself in the past. And he's obviously learned from some mistakes that he's made. I think the other point to make as well is that they clearly loathe him, and so does Biden and the Democrats and their friends in some parts of the media. But they actually make a Trump nomination more possible by doing that. People don't like it. And it allows him to play this martyr for the cause role that he kind of plays now on the stumps. And that makes it a lot more difficult for people like DeSantis and Haley to break through. So it's not really... If the purpose is to try and, suppress him, smother him and silence him, the outcome is actually the opposite.
They completely strengthen his case. And Kristy, it's not some secret conspiracy. There is a public coordinated conspiracy to stop him from talking. And that's going to play very favourably to Trump. And I don't see how these hosts can't put that puzzle together and understand what the natural reaction to censorship is going to be.
One, self-importance and self-preservation of their own opinion and their own opportunity to editorialise about how much they don't like Trump. There's a lot of people who don't like Donald Trump. My personal view is I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. I wouldn't listen to a speech he made. However, he looks to be going to be the Republican nominee, and even if he's not, he was the victor at this caucus event. Therefore, in the interest of reporting what is happening and what's going on in the election, that speech needed to be broadcast. Now, you don't have to like it, you can comment on it, but you should not censor a broadcast of the victor who's won a significantly important political event. That is just disgraceful.
Exactly. And
that is anti-journalism.
To Darren's point, it was quite restrained. So how are they guessing what he's going to say? They've got some magical powers where they can see the future and anticipate that what he's going to say is so violative that it can't be broadcast. That's an absurd proposition. But the other point is, why wouldn't you just fact-check it? I mean, you're letting him say whatever he wants in a vacuum, and if you are the self-professed arbiter of truth, as a lot of these people think they are, that's an opportunity to get the facts out there. Pretending he doesn't exist is just simply insane.
It's lazy. Yeah, totally agree. They're just not doing their job, and he may not win in New Hampshire. They have a track record of rejecting Iowa's chosen candidate, but still possible, though it's a long shot that he won't be the chosen nominee. So it's crazy that they're ignoring him. He's a major news event now, and he got more than half the votes. So they're ignoring a significant amount of TV viewers. And we'll
see what happens. We took the speech in full here at Sky News, and we'll keep doing so because to not is crazy.